Hello and welcome back to the Blobber Plays Final Fantasy VI-3 here as part of Final Fantasy Friday. We are, to our horror, seemingly stuck on an island, mostly by ourselves. Does it become a Lost in Blue situation? We can only hope not. Do. But there doesn't actually seem to be anything here. This is horrifying. And g'day, Mirage. Unpoison ourselves. Tactics, Kino. Tactics. It's the only one that hasn't been kinda bad so far. Maybe 4. 4 was... Oi, you aren't meant to be out of bed. We aren't up to X yet, so I don't have an opinion on X. I do have an opinion on the game not telling me where to go. You're not surprised that I'm fond of the SRPG, given the 8 Dark Deity playthroughs. I like my Fire Emblems. I don't like getting thrown onto an island and then not told what to do. I feel like I've rubbed myself up against every edge. Bloody stingrays. Got it in for us Australians. Also, you should be learning something. Yeah, I'd like you to have Big Cure. Yeah, I think I've rubbed myself against the whole world now. Why do you keep leaving your bed? It's like he's pretending to be sick. Also, why aren't you getting... You should be getting that sound. It's so quiet on your side. Up the volume a bit. There you go. You like the big bad in this? Well, so far the big bad has just been sort of cartoonishly evil and a clown. It did let me collect another fish. It didn't get added to my inventory unless it was a... No, it is a special item. But I already caught and gave you fish, old man. God. You have to eat. What's the matter? They died? No, you promised you'd stay with me. Grandad, answer me. Tell me you're joking. Oi, I rubbed myself against that bit of the map. This isn't somewhere we should be able to be. Those others who were here. When they were feeling down, they'd take a leap of faith from the cliffs. It would perk them right up. Everyone's gone, even Vama, who promised to watch. The world's slowly ebbing away. Do it. End the game. Game over. Do it. Do it. Free me from this nightmare. Duck Dodgers was better than this. We end up on the other end of the island, back on Fishing Cove. And then a bird with a bib starts eating what I can only hope is our corpse. Damn. Phew. Why did you nurse me back to help? The bird nursed us back to help. Did I even ask you to help me? A bandana? It can't be. Where did you get this? Is the person who healed you still alive? They heavily censored this scene in the US version. Answer me. He's alive. Vama's alive. And they sent their magical healing bird to us. You need to leave. The others are surely waiting for you. Find the stairs next to the stove. I rubbed myself against every wall in here. Down them lies your road to freedom. Love, Grandad. There's a raft in our basement that we somehow carry up the stairs. I'll make you proud, Grandad. It's powered by the hopes and dreams of those who want the game to end. The raft magically propels itself. You think it's meant to be that he's secretly working on the raft? It just felt like he was faking being sick to me. Face bite. Well, this looks like we're gonna die. And it wasn't like I came here on low health. Looks like she's saying fuck the police. This is gonna need to kill both. Oh my god, right on the edge. Heal. Unblind. But we don't know unblind. I think I have 5 eye drops. I'm pretty religious about stacking back up to at least 5 of things. But apparently not eye drops. Well, I have the generic cure-all, don't I? Yeah, there. So that will do. Okay, we were told before to go to Olbrook, a port in the south of the Empire. That is the last meaningful bit of what we should do guidance that we got. And I'm there now. Do you see the tower? Kefka is up there, and he's using the power of the statues. He's like a god. Yeah, because these things stopped selling the eye drops. How can you make gold in a world like this? On that day, debris fell from all over the world and floated eerily to the center of this landmass and formed the tower. I think back on how nice the world used to be. Oh, for the days of many customers and all of the dancing girls. And I realize it will never be the same again. Is the basement with the drink that we were meant to take to the Mayor Man still here? We don't know what this does, so we will buy one for the sake of finding out. Oh, I forgot that it tells you here. Raises fight damage. Okay, so it's just a raw attack up for normal attacks. Prevents back attack and pincer attack. Casts Safe and Shell when health is low. Zarina Ring. Nah, haste is too good. We'll have the haste boots. And I guess the basic attack thingamajig. I found this in a 1,000-year-old text. 8 dragons seal away the awesome beast. Its name is Crusader. Defeat the dragons and its power can be released. You again? I'm sorry, you look just like a man who was searching for his friend. Wow. He said he was going north, to Zen. Not we look like a description that a man gave. We look like a man. Vama has gone to Zen? Question mark? North. $300 gold. Exorbitant prices. You look just like a man. You can't say that, game. Nope, there doesn't seem to be much here. Maybe down by the port side. Poor Barb. Poor Barb. And after being mistaken for the belladonna, whatever it was, singing lady. No, it doesn't look like there's anything down by the seaside. So, go to Zen, then seems to be the closest thing to directions that we've been given. Because maybe Vomit is there. Everything changed on the day the Fire Nation attacked. Wow. Anyone who opposes Kefka gets his or her town fried by the light of judgment. The sparkle in your eye. You're the spitting image. Another person who tells us we look like a man. You're the spitting image of a man who came through here recently. We aren't allowed in the tower. At least as best I can tell. Do you not have a weapon, Barb? It seems like you don't have a weapon. Hail, Decoy. We escaped Lost in Blue Island reasonably quickly, so I'm at least happy about that. Why did that hurt me? Oh, Tail Lash has a damage over time effect. Okay. Big Fireball. And good day, friendly. Do. Heal up. Check that Barb actually has stuff equipped. That would be a no. Fine, let's fix that. Heal. Continue. Is this Zen? Yes. So supposedly Vomit will be here. The Serpent Trench used to be deep. No, that says used. The Serpent Trench used to be deep underwater. Now it's above sea level. Some cult of Kefka members have built a tower there. Can I leave? Please come and help. Ooh, new thing. Super Ball. What does it do? Bounding damage. So it does 999 damage? If so, that's a way of turning grinding into insta-kill. I thought I had Tiger Mask. We must have sold it when we got fancier helmets. Also, apparently we can buy a Power Sash. Is that better than what we have? No, but apparently Thunderblade is now more optimum than Iceblade for no obvious reason. We resisted Kefka. He's unleashed the light of judgment upon us. We must have irritated him. There are monsters inside. They keep petrifying everyone who goes to help. Ah, that's actually a useful hint. Are you using suitable relics? So that says equip anti-petrify. But I don't think I have an anti-petrify. Yeah, I don't have an anti-petrify. And right, it's locked me into this location, so I can't go back to the other location and buy anti-petrify. Oh no, there's one here as well. Okay. There we go. Protects against petrify. Let's go. Let it not be said that I took the game's hints. I probably care more about haste than I care about the slight attack increase thing. So let's trade that for the, here, the haste shoes. My child! Help! Do something! Hey, Bob. Let's go in. If I move, the whole house will collapse. Save the child. Ah, so Cal is currently a load-bearing structure. I cannot hold it up forever. Quickly! Big fire. That honestly didn't seem like that much damage. Got heal rod. Let's also heal up. Pearl rod. Fighting these things doesn't seem useful, so we will just polka doll our way out of them. Especially seeing as we're on a time limit. There's definitely a lot of items to pick up. fake treasure chest. G'day, Saroid. I'm scared! Don't worry, you're safe now. Well, then they shouldn't make moving at a reasonable speed tied to using up one of your, like, bonus statty kind of slots. If they didn't want us not using them... I want this treasure chest. Hyper wrist. Okay, now we need to get out. We're down to our last smoke bomb, though. So if we get out of here, we'll buy a bajillion of them. Wait! You're alive. But of course, you think a minor thing like the end of the world would do me in? I thought everyone was gone. I had given up all hope. But, fortunately, I was wrong. Now I know they're alive. They're all alive. How do you know they're all alive? Just because one person is alive, we need to find everyone. I know. We'll smash Kefka and deliver peace to the world. To the east, you'll find the Serpent Trench. Further east, you'll find the village of Moblitz. Boy, the light of judgment really fried that town. Thank you for saving my child. Hee hee hee, I've never been more frightened. Can I go buy more smoke bombs, please? No, you don't have smoke bombs for me. Well, we haven't explored the far left of town. But there is no more left. It's just the old man who tells us that Moblitz is destroyed. Most of the adults there died trying to save their children. Okay, it feels like the game wants us to go to Moblitz to the east. There's multiple people here mentioning it. Note it down on my to-do list. East. At least we have Cal back. But he's probably not equipped with anything, so I should fix that after this fight. Which one were you? Oh god, no, you were the person that wants bloody Street Fighter-esque button combos. Absolutely not. do do do. Do 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 do. Money, magic. Make sure Cal actually has equipment. Just because one of his blitzes is Hadouken in reverse doesn't mean they were copying Street Fighter. They totally were copying Street Fighter. It's the first thing I thought of as soon as I saw what they wanted me to do. You probably also deserve some relics, Cal. You are a normal attacker. So, like, counter-attack and... What was that other new thing that supposedly helps with normal attacks? Did I still have it on Barb? Atlas was its name? Thank you. There. Those two feel like the best for him for me. Heal up. And I suppose I should also equip an Esper to you if you don't have one. We should start with basic heal. Heal, heal, regen, antidote, Pokedex? Sure. Do 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 do. Big fireball, the lizard dog. Sneezing killed the lizard dog. Who has been my favorite playable character? Swordman? Swordman. Is it Duma? Cyan. Cyan feels right. Either that or Vummer with stealing. Now that we can steal and attack at the same time. Until you have steal and attack at the same time, it feels bad. Because you're wasting what could be an attack. But once you have steal and attack, it's quite nice. Buffalax. How strong are you, friend? Pokedex says... Level 26, 2000 health. Weak against fire and water. So it's a weird grass ground type. We're attacked by tiny pyramids. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm not seeing a city. Okay, it's further north still. Yeah, counterattack is doing really well on Cal. Do 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 do. 2 sleeping bags. Okay, Moblets. Yes, let's save, because last time it trapped us in the city. It would be awkward if we got trapped again. Maybe heal up as well. Have you learnt Cure yet? You have not learnt Cure. Cal, still no magic good. Cal, only smash! Woof woof, woof woof, says the doggos. Wow, someone's coming! Woof woof woof. You're gonna have to fight your way in here, chumps. Okay. I don't mind fighting children. Sure. Sunaj? Time to murder the younglings? Mama. Oh, Mama? Are these your friends? Sunaj has had children? Oh, I'm glad to see that you're safe. I've missed you. Come on, let's go. Unless we stop Kepka, all is lost. Our papas and mamas are gone. No, you just said that Sunaj was your mama. That is, I can't fight anymore. The very day the world fell, Kefka turned some kind of beam on this town. Almost all of the adults perished trying to save their children. So you're saying the children are what keep you here, and if we got rid of the children, you'd have no reason to stay. That's what I'm hearing. It's headed this way. Protect the children. They fell down the earthquake. Bring them along as human shields. We should be using them like the school children in Caesar 3. Operation Children Shield. There were only children here. The moment I arrived, I felt needed. You can't take Sunaj away. Duane. Excuse him, it's just that if Sunaj goes, she will take the very spirit of our survival. I don't know why these kids need me, but they've made me feel things I've never felt before. The moment I sensed this, I lost my will to fight. I can't say I know what's going on inside of me. The more I try to understand, the less inclined I am to fight. We can't convince you. We can't convince you. Everyone calls Sunaj Mama. I saw Dwayne kissing Katarine. You're not going to take Sunaj away, will you? The light took everyone. Dad, Mom. A badly wounded soldier passed away. But we'll be happy if Sunaj comes back to us. That is a bit of a non sequitur. Can we use the beds? No. Can we use this bed? Also no. Well, then I have no idea where we're supposed to go or what we're supposed to do. We were told to come here, and we've come here, and Sunaj has just said, no, I'm not joining you. The end. Maybe storyline happens when we go to leave? Yes. Feel guilty, Sunaj. Leave the children. Run! Fwan Baba is coming. Fwan Baba is an ancient demon released when the world was undone. Sure, go Super Saiyan. Zero damage. Solar plexus. Yeah, if even in Super Saiyan mode we do 0 damage, this is a story says you lose. Sunaj, wake up. Here it comes. Actually, we've seen it use magic, so we'll use the absorb. Keep using the absorb. There we go. We're doing a very good job of absorbing all its magic. Sucks to be you. Enemy that is actually... No, I didn't mean to attack. Healing us. Also, apparently it absorbs her sword. Sure, unicorn, why not? Be disappointed that it does nothing. Looks like we're gonna have to burn some potions. Ugh. Run away. I don't even get experience. Boo. I've really lost it, my fighting edge. Mama, are you okay? I'm staying here. As you can see, I won't be of any help, and besides, the children need me. But Sunaj! Maybe after some more time passes, I need to understand what is happening to me. I'm staying. The children need me. Heal up, if nothing else. You're still learning Big Heal, so you keep that. And you're still learning Little Heal, so keep that. Thank you for scaring Funbaba. In his haste, he dropped this. We get Fenrir. What does Fenrir teach us? There's also a big gap, as if we've missed 4. Warp, X-Zone, and Stop. Warp would be useful. It would mean we don't have to walk out of dungeons. We could just cast Exit Dungeon. Nope, there doesn't seem to be anything here. Nor here. The couple that were kissing back here have been eliminated. Well then, I have no idea where we're supposed to go or what we're supposed to do. Maybe it's a case of you need to go back there after leaving, and then suddenly Sunaj will be like, yes, I've decided to join the party. Nope. Well, let's talk to every child again in case it triggers them saying, like, we don't need you, Mama. Go help save the world. Nope, doesn't look like any of that does anything, so... Well, poor signaling game. If I don't know what you want me to go and do... We haven't been up the other side of this big, long, snaky peninsula thing. And there's 2 more cities that way. So we can try exploring those and seeing if they give us any leads on more characters / what we should do. Okay, that was maybe a little overkill. It only did 16? You are weak to fire and water. It has chlorophyll? Yeah, it has synthesis, sorry. Weird slime yak thing has synthesis. Do. Bob gained a level. Someone learnt something. Lost in Blue is coming. We got past the Lost in Blue section, thankfully. I thought we would be trapped on the island for much, much, much longer. We didn't even have to handhold a stupid blind girl. Grandpa, who was just pretending to be sick, because he kept getting out of bed, eventually croaked it. Yes, that's what I'm referencing. But they do the same sort of thing in this, where you're suddenly stuck on an island or by yourself with sick grandpa, or pretending to be sick grandpa, depending on your disposition. I think he was pretending to be sick. You've never heard of Lost in Blue? It was dictated here, Decoy, by, I think you were around for it. You must have just forgotten. It was dictated by Sergeant Cookie. It was an absolutely terrible, DS children stuck on a deserted island simulator, in which you are boy and you have to help blind girl who just sits in a cave and does nothing, walk to water, because otherwise she'll die if you don't walk her to the water to drink. If she's so blind that she literally cannot walk to water to drink, I think we should have let her die. And, be rid of the need to support her. She does very womanly things like cooking. Yes, she's too blind to go to water, but not quite so blind as to be unable to cook if you bring her ingredients. She's got just the most annoying amount of blindness. Anyway, cannot recommend. It teaches you that water is bad, and then suddenly later on expects you to... Oh my gosh, they're really weak to that. Also, Doggo says hi? Doggo says hi. And then expects you to go back to the water even though it's taught you that water is bad. Yes, now you remember the going to the water game. Yes, that. First, it teaches you that the water is bad. You go to the river and it says, the river is polluted and disgusting. We couldn't possibly drink this. And then for some reason, multiple days later, you're meant to try the water again or else dehydrate to death when it's taught you already that the water is bad. Terrible game. And the only way to stave off dehydrating in the meantime is to get lucky and find enough coconuts. You enjoyed it back in 2006? No. You're allowed to... There are many things I will let you like, Jake, but not that game. That game is terrible, and anyone who likes it is just wrong. I'm pretty permissive, but not about that game. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, there's another tower, but we can't seem to get to it. The only way I can imagine someone liking it is if they wanted a, like, totally can-do-nothing girl that you have to help. A girl who is literally completely dependent on you. Or she will die. Which does not appeal to me. At least the water here is a nice non-toxic purple. Epic passive activated spite. You want to suggest that... Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Worse than Infra. At least in Infra you aren't keeping some blind girl alive, having to handhold her to the water every day. What the... Oh, it has zombie? Do 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 do. We need the anti-zombie thing. This. Then we need to heal. So chug down a bunch of potions. So that town we can't get to. What about this one? These things were good for stealing from, but we don't have Vummer at the moment. Do 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 do. Kaladin has almost learned heal. Almost. Oh god, another zombie effect. Cal has, however, finally learnt heal. So, unzombie. Spend Cal's new spell, healing up Bob and himself. Save. Do 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 do. Bob has learnt big heal. Does that mean we should switch out your Esper? No, you're still learning Remedy, Dispel, and Shell. And what about Cal? Cal is still learning Big Cure, Regen, and Antidote. So also no. It turned us into a duck. Let's just fix it after the fight. Do. Learned antidote. Uncappa ourselves. Where's the generic fix everything? Cal, use your baby heal. Okay, is someone here in Nikea? Or does it just have lots of shitty furniture to sell us? Thank you. This town doesn't look like it's been blown to smithereens. I'm hiding from Kefka. Yes, we will do that because we were low on mana. $150 is much cheaper than the potions needed to restore our health and mana. I need new Revivifiers. Seeing as we seem to be facing a lot of those, we'll go up to 20 of them. I just feel a bit better with 10 of some of these other things. 20 of you also seems reasonable. And we spent all our potions, so just go nuts with a million potions. After the end of the world, I awoke alone in Castle Doma. When I would try to sleep, demons would come from me. I don't want to remember it. New extra good sword, but, well, actually Barb can use it. Sure, why not? Goodbye half our money. Does it count as better than Thunder Sword? Yes. Game says yes. The thieves are hanging out at the coffee shop. They all escaped from Farago Castle. Maybe Decoy is there? While travelling under the desert, Farago Castle hit an obstacle and came to a halt. So is Decoy in here? The boss wants to sneak into Farago Castle. He wants to get the booty back from the storage room there. From out of nowhere, a bunch of huge sandworms burrowed into the prison. We followed their tunnels back to the surface and escaped. Our last boss perished that day. We met up with Gerard in his town. I've been chatting with the boss of this gang, Gerard. He's kind of handsome. I understand that they escaped from Farago's castle prison. Is it you in the corner? We'll enter the castle through a secret cave that only we knows about. Maybe they're meant to be, generic Brooklyn / mafia voice. Alright, let's go. That did feel like a trigger for something, but what it's triggered... The ship to South Farago is about to leave. Okay, until we talk to them, the boat wouldn't go? Is what I'm getting from that? This ship belongs to the Crimson Robbers. What are you doing? Get away. Okay, they all don't like us. We can't go drive the boat. Can we, like, hide in the crates and get taken onto the boat? Maybe the barrels? It feels like we're meant to take this over to Castle Farago and find Decoy. But I don't know what triggers the boat to go. I would have thought it would be just bringing the people outside. These guys.
Yeah.
If we go back into the cafe, is anyone left? No, not really. I suppose I didn't technically talk to everyone in the marketplace here. Although this guy is being a massive hassle and getting in the way. I really wish they had kept the mechanic from the previous game where you would slide through other people's sprites. You took one look at me and thought I was a loser, right? Well, you're obligated to buy something from me. How about no? Although, what do beads do? Beads are lax incense. No. Gale Hairpin. Raises preemptive attack rate. Get more surprise attacks, sure. The cape sounds just like the beads, so... How is randomly evade different from dodges attacks more easily? Free regen and cannot be imp or muted. The road you followed here used to be underwater. A new tier of armor, which we cannot afford. Do I have anything that we would like to sell? Like, we've got hundreds of these. Do we have any that are copies? Many plumed hats. Many crappy iron helmets, but they probably don't sell for more than like 50 bucks, yeah. No, it doesn't look like selling. Wait, we should have more... We had like dragon teeth or whatever they were, didn't we? Apparently not. Well then, no new armor for us. Gerard, what's your problem? You're Decoy, aren't you? Except Decoy will not join us. Oh no, now he goes onto the boat? We had to chase him to the boat? Enough of this nonsense. I have things to do. I'll be busy getting ready for our departure to Farago. Don't play possum with me, Decoy. Have you lost your memory or something? Listen, my lady, I've been Gerard all my life. Only Decoy would say my lady. And now he does the What's all the bloomin' fuss about? The words "milady" are used the world over. And then we chase Decoy onto the boat and we can actually use the boat now. Oh yeah, you know how to get into Castle Farago, don't you? Oh, do we ever? Lead the way, since it's buried. We stow away. And it looks like we've made more progress. It's taking us to a different continent. Oh my god, could this be slower? Nikea-bound ferry. Okay. So there's a way to travel between the continents. Except there are 2 men that activate it, which is a bit weird. The boss of the thieves is on the 2nd floor. Presumably of the cafe. Farago Castle disappeared the day the world became unzipped. The guy came through here a while ago looking for some secret treasure. In case one has had too much rum, Farago Castle had an accident under the desert. Don't know what happened to its people. We're storming Farago Castle. The treasure is rightfully ours. That sweet little girl stopped coming around right after the world ended. Okay, and what about floor 2? Let's go help them. Hang on a second. Are you people still here? Be polite now, Decoy. Everything's ready, let's go. You've got a case of mistaken identity, my dear. Give it up. And now we chase Decoy to Castle Farago? We may be thieves, but at least we have goals in life. We mustn't rest. We have to rebuild. I am dizzy. Another new level thing, a golden lance. And diamond armor. We're up from gold armor to diamond. But we can't afford it. So, rip. Sucks to be us. And that looks like all that's here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Zoom, zoom. This might sell some more escape bomb things. No. Does have eye drops. My grandfather was a servant of the richest arts, the little child who wouldn't let us pass the staircase. I'm so relieved to know that my grandson is alive. Yeah, before he wouldn't let us pass this staircase if we didn't know the secret password thing. And then let us into the secret passage that's down that direction. Did you hear that Duncan is alive? His wife said so. No, dear. Duncan's still alive and well, meditating. Oh. That looks like something that we could actually do. North of Nash is Duncan. Save note. That is something that we could maybe go do. But I think that's now everything visited. Siegfried. Pretty dangerous from here on. I'll go in first and clear out the monsters. Wait here. How about no? Yeah, we can handle this by ourselves, thank you. Well, maybe not against enemies that do 300 a hit. The 100s, yes. 300 is a bit... Okay, but they're squishy. They're glass cannon enemies. Do. Kaladin has gained a level. Heal yourself up. Do. Bob gained a level. It's a bit frustrating that haste is making Barb just not quite quick enough to actually be... Like, once they attack after Cal, they don't speed up enough between the next attack to overtake them. Even whilst hasted. God, counter is so good on Cal. Do. Learnt regen. Does that mean you need a new... Esper? No, you're still learning Dispel and Shell. And Cal... is still learning Big Heal. But otherwise, Cal is done with that Esper. Now, where were we? Here, boy, here's some nice food for you. Good job. I used to have a turtle. And they use jump. Do I have to wait for the turtle, or do we have to throw meat for the turtle? Okay, no, it's just a timing puzzle. Not a headhunter, a neck hunter. Counter, kill, win. Do. Got a peace ring. Heal up. I do love how cheap Cal's heal is. Healing for days. How do we get further forwards, though? Don't cast regen on the enemy, Cal. Cal attacks himself, but at least it breaks him out of his confusion. Counter, kill... Wait, why didn't you counter? Well, I am perplexed, because this is the way that the turtle little passage thing led us to. Do. Another peace ring. No, not your mana. Cal's mana is a lot less important than your mana. His gets spent casting heal. Oh, there's a walk behind the walls that you can't see path. Bloody terrible. Do. On the hum, let's go. On the hum? It must be a local phrase. Yeah, kill the glass cannon thing first. Do. But there's still no... Oh. Okay, but maybe that wasn't open until we talked to the other guy down his little side passage. You alright? You are almost a goner. It was awful. I was forced to play Lost in Blue. Ah! It was awful. I thought Old Man might say something different to the soldiers. Now, we were told there are sandworms in here. Swap front and back row, so Cal is in the front. Then target the glass cannon thing. A whole castle forced to play Lost in Blue. What a tragedy. The Geneva Convention was made to stop things like this. It was awful. Ooh, chests. Yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. Gravity Rod. Crystal Helm. They sound like relics. No. The crystal hat is better than the old hat, which means we can play pass-me-downs with the hats. So Cal can now maybe have... No, you don't. You aren't allowed to have whatever Barb's previous hat was. Fair enough. Also, have you finished learning your... Big Heal? No, Dispel and Shell are still learning, and... Big Heal is still not above 50%. Please no. Not till I ask if I get stuck at something, Saroid. I would rather experience it in order and work things out myself as a general rule. Or at least be presented with the opportunity to do so before after banging my head against it for a while saying, okay, no, now I will accept spoilers. Here's the problem. What a mess. What are we gonna do? The treasure is stored in the room back there. Yeah, thank you, Saroid. You guys get in there while I keep this thing busy. But boss, it's dangerous. Go! Decoy! What are you waiting for? You can clear the game with... Okay. Give me a hint. Good to know. It is you! Wait, we're forced to fight Decoy? Ah, we're fighting tentacles. And the tentacles appear to have counter. Are they immune to biological warfare? Free Decoy. Unpoison / zombie. Decoy definitely needs a big heal. but was snatched up by another tentacle. Can I target him while he's in the tentacle? Seemingly no. These feel like... Well, actually, can we cast Pokedex? Where's Pokedex? Scan. Find out what they're weak to. Biological warfare. Pokedex says, level 34, 4,000 health, and they're not weak to anything. Well, that's a bit of a kick in the teeth. Fireball. They're slightly affected by biological warfare, but not hugely. One of them absorbs fire damage, but not the others, which is weird. Heal Cal, except he's yoinked again. The game really doesn't wanting me to heal Cal. Just heal everyone. Okay. Decoy's attack heals the top one. So only attack the bottom one. That should be it. No, because it absorbs your attack as well. How frustrating. Well, you can at least do antidoting. Okay. Tentacle monster defeated. Why the stupid fast? Well, I heard that Farago had had an accident, and I wanted to help, but didn't know where to look. Then I heard that those idiots had escaped from the prison. You needed to use them. Bingo. I had to wait until they led me to their secret cave. Amazing, considering that you threw most of them in jail to begin with. Don't treat us like strangers anymore. Uh-oh, let's hide. Boss? He must have been eaten by the tentacle monster. It wasn't even much of a monster. Let's go. You don't want the treasure back? Honestly, it's worthless. Besides, Kefka's the one we need to worry about. Those guys haven't committed any serious crimes. How very generous of you, Decoy. There's only one little problem, brother. Cal, heal up. And then make sure Decoy is fully equipped. His equipment hasn't changed. Do you need a new Esper? You do. You haven't learned any of Pikachu Man. You also need a Frit. You need Shiva. You need a Unicorn. You need Maudlin. You're almost finished with Stoat. You need Phantom. You need Carbuncle. It's hard to argue with getting Ice and Bolt on the cheap there. And Fenrir. Ah, and this also tells you what the... I didn't notice that before. It tells you what the summon does directly. So it looks like this guy casts Mirror Image. There's something to be said for Ice and Ice 2, as well as the ability to get mana back with Osmose. So I think we'll do Shiva. Wait then, why did we come here if not for the received Soul Saber? Is it better than the current equipment? Not seemingly. Is it a relic? No. Is there one on the other side? Also no. Do we push these buttons? But then why did we come here? Or is it just that we went through all of this to get Decoy to rejoin the party? That feels wrong, because he should have wanted to come here to do something. Learnt Dispel. So only Shell is left. Glass cannon thing first. You'd rather have Dat spell instead of Dis spell. It's not D spell, German for the spell thee. Maybe I was meant to go through these doors? Glass cannon thing first. Do 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 do. Regal Crown. It doesn't appear to be a hat. Oh no, it is a hat, because Decoy can wear it. Okay, what about the other side? But isn't the other side where I came in? Do 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 do. Gained a gold shield. Gained a weird amount of money. Yeah, this is where we came in. Nonsense! It's been fixed. Next stop, the surface. Okay, we do have our answer for why we're here. We're here to fix the Diglett Castle. Go to Kolaghan. There are 3 cities up north and west here that we haven't been to. Next stop, Kolaghan, watch your step. Can we go in the... We can also go into this room now. Welcome back! Who'd have thought air could be so precious? We can finally breathe. Breathe safe. Free air. air free of being forced to play Lost in Blue. Welcome back, King Decoy. Make yourselves at home. Submerged, the castle could travel under the mountain range. In good news for you, Jake, they're remaking Lost in Blue for the new Switch. So you will actually have a genuine potential reason to play it. And not be like, wah, DS emulation is bad. I certainly won't be buying it. Do we want a free sleep? Yes, please. Sounds like the movie Blue Lagoon. The castle hasn't changed much. Oi, that's not your seat. And yet it's different. Mum and Dad are gone. Everyone is gone. Since that day. Tonight took a turn for the worse. There's a chance that he might... No, you're wrong. This cannot be. The king, he's... Cal! My father, I don't believe it. Brother? Wah. So, they went and told you. Decoy, here you are. Your father has just uttered his last wish, that Farago be divided between you. This is nonsense. Everyone's saying the Empire poisoned Dad. And the only thing on your mind is who's the next king? You're all pathetic. No one cared when Mum passed away either. That isn't... You were as bad as any of them. Cal! Empire of murderers. They won't get away with this. Please leave us. I'm out of here. I'm forsaking this war-sick realm for my dignity and freedom. You said you were sick of it too, right? Freedom? What'll happen to the realm if we both leave? And what would Dad say? Cal, let's settle this with the toss of a coin. If it's heads, you win. We'll choose whichever path we want, without regrets, okay? This is for Dad. It's actually a surprisingly good-looking little coin flip. And then you opted for your freedom. It's been 10 years. This little shrimp's grown into a whopping lobster. And you're a king crab. I often wonder if he would be proud of me. Don't you ever doubt it. 10 years. Where has the time gone? Oof! Oof! Here's to a couple of confused grown-ups. Here's to Dad, to Mum, and Farago. That felt important, but maybe they wouldn't let us out of the castle until we'd gone to sleep if I didn't trigger that. Welcome back. I want to marry the king, says the little girl. Kefka's one shy of a six-pack. He has some but not enough abs. Save. Yeah, that seems like a sensible point to cut. Oh, is it meant to be like he hasn't got his cups in the cupboard? He's not got all his marbles? He's not quite right in the head? Okay, I've not heard that in that way. In any case, this is a good point to save. The game was a little bit silly at a couple of points, not telling us where to go and what to do, but mostly... Oh yeah. But I've not heard it used in that way. It was mostly alright with telling us where to go next. Lost in Blue bit was stupid for not telling us what to do, just catch fish endlessly until Grandpa dies. Not great. And then not telling us what to do after we've found out that Sunaj won't rejoin us was also bad, but the rest of it was fairly well indicated. One or two people telling us, oh, there's this other city where there's this other thing happening. Maybe you should go there. So, somewhat bad, somewhat good this time. That said, now that we've completed the get Decoy back, we're again lost in having no idea what to do, other than maybe north of Narshe is Duncan, is the only thing I have to work with. Will we find Narshe? Will we find Duncan? Find out next time on Final Fantasy Friday.